Today we're making almost famous breadsticks. I've taken 2 tablespoons of water and sprinkled on top 1 1/8 teaspoons of active dry yeast. And now I'm going to set that aside for 5 minutes until it's foamy. It's been 5 minutes. The yeast is foamy in the water. Now I'm going to add my 2 cups plus 1 tablespoon of flour, my 1 tablespoon of butter, my 1 tablespoon of sugar, and my 1 1/2 teaspoons of fine salt. To combine the butter into the flour, I'm going to use 2 knives and cut in. Now that I've cut in the butter, I'm going to add in 1/2 cup of warm water plus 3 tablespoons. And I'm going to mix that together until it's slightly sticky dough formed. Now I'm going to turn out the dough onto a lightly floured surface and begin to knead it. All right, when we're kneading the dough, we're pushing away with the heel of our hand, folding in half, turning, and pushing away. Folding, turning, and pushing away. We're going to do this for 3 minutes until it comes together. It's very smooth. The next step is to roll your dough into a foot-long log. You can start with your hands in the middle, palms down, roll back and forth, and move your hands out slowly to the ends. That will give you the shape that you want. Next, you're going to cut this into 8 pieces at 1 1/2 inches wide each. I've used a measuring tape and marked mine, so I'm going to cut them so we have these individual sections. Now that we have all 8 pieces, we're going to shape these 8 pieces into a strip as well, so that it'll make a breadstick. So we can roll it between our hands to get it longer. And then we can use the countertop again and the palms of our hands to roll back and forth, but also out to the sides until we have a 7-inch breadstick. And then we'll put them on a baking sheet that's lined with parchment paper. We'll cover it with a cloth and let it rise in a warm spot for about 45 minutes. Try as best you can to space out your breadsticks, and then we will cover them with a dish towel and leave them set aside for 45 minutes. For the topping, I'm going to melt 2 1/4 teaspoons of butter. Add in 1/8 teaspoon of kosher salt. In a separate bowl, I'm going to put in 1/8 teaspoon of kosher salt, 1/8 teaspoon of garlic powder, and a pinch of oregano. And I've melted another 2 1/4 teaspoons of butter. All right, so the breadsticks have been rising for about 45 minutes. Now I'm going to brush them with the butter and kosher salt mixture. And I'm going to preheat my oven to 400 degrees. Once your oven is preheated, you can put these in for 15 minutes until they're lightly golden. All right, my breadsticks have just come out of the oven. I'm going to brush them with melted butter. And now I'm going to sprinkle them with the flavored salt. Enjoy.